Guys, my name's Sam. I'm the owner of SG Performance. Ignore those rags on top of the car. I was wiping it down, but I had quite a few people ask me how the shop started and whatnot, and what I did to make it work. So I thought I would let you guys know, fill you in on it, and how at 20 years old I was able to obtain, pretty nice shop, tons of parking, and I'll show you some more cool stuff in the inside. So that being said, I'm gonna show you some of the cars I got here, and then we'll get talking. That's a little tour of the outside. I got a couple more cars, but nothing too crazy that I think most people would like. But walking in, we got the office first. Ignore my stuff, I was eating some breakfast, but gonna hang these lights up, gonna organize some of that stuff. I literally just moved in here a couple days ago, but yeah, super cool. This is the shop. There's the AC system up there. See if I can get it to focus. Bow, AC. It is currently 94 degrees outside, and it is 73 degrees in here, so feels great. So when I first started, I started doing, I started my automotive industry, I started into the automotive industry when I was about 16. And I started, and I had some background knowledge before that. My grandpa had a 69 Mustang, and we got it running for him. And we did a bunch of cool stuff with that, but that's kind of when my journey started. And then I stopped doing the automotive industry at about 17, and I went into the hardest sales possible. Now this was all part of a plan, but I went into the hardest sales possible that you could do for a year, and I mastered it, and I got really good at it. And then I went to, for 6 months, so at 18, I joined one of the high-end performance shop here in Austin, Texas. And for a year, I just learned everything I could possibly learn. The business side, car side, what kind of cars I wanted to do, and how to work on them, things we could do to them. Anything you could think about performance-wise, I learned it. And then at 19, I left that place, and I went to a shop where it's just one guy, and he hired me as someone who's gonna help him. And from there, that's when I learned what worked and what didn't work. So I took the little things from the big shop, and I was like, okay, they're doing this right and they're doing this wrong. And then I went to the guy with the other shop, and I was like, all right, he's doing this right because he's getting constant flow cars, and it's just him, and he's also doing this wrong. So with a year of sales, 2 years at 2 different performance shops, and right now I'm 20. So I started my business, it's called SG Performance, about 4 months ago. And where I'm at right now is someplace I really never thought I would be. I didn't think any of my friends thought I would be there. We all were working at Kia for a little bit, just having fun. But I decided that this is just not what I want to do. So I went out on my own in my little Corvette, and driving around from house to house and tuning people's classic cars. I would work on little things. I couldn't do any major projects because I didn't have an engine hoist or an engine stand or high-end jacks and stuff like that. I just had the basic tools to make it work. And the next thing I did was, once I got enough money, I bought a nice little toolbox, little husky one, tiny little one. I think it had 8 drawers total, maybe 9. And one of my customers was actually my uncle's best friend. And he had a little car shade port, what do you call it? I forget. But it had gravel on the bottom, rocks and stuff. Just shade and 2 doors that open and close that I could fit a car through. And that right there was my first shop. And I currently work out here in Austin, Texas, and it is hot. It's been 100 degrees all summer, easy. It's been 100 plus degrees every single day in Texas, and it was brutal, but that's kind of what established my name here in Austin. Once I felt comfortable and I was starting to get repeat customers, I then moved into this shop. Now the way I did my sales may have been a little bit differently than other people, but I use Facebook Marketplace, and the way I did it was I specifically worded it, what I did, and I showed tons of pictures, so the Facebook would flag it and take it down. Because I don't know if you've ever done that, but if you post like a service, Facebook will take it down, and then it won't work anymore. But I was able to do it and word it a specific way where it wouldn't always get taken down. So that's what I was able to do. Now, once I had enough customer base, I reached out to another shop. I won't say their name, but I reached out to another shop and I was like, hey, my name's Sam. I do these kind of cars. I'm really good at it. I would love to show you guys. They do a lot of tuning and American muscle cars, and so it's kind of the same thing that I do, except I don't do the tuning. So we talked. I went over there and I visited them, and we talked, and they said that they would send me all of their trucks, Corvettes, Camaros that they get, because they're a bigger shop than me at the time. And so what I did was, from 2015 and under, all those Corvettes, Camaros, Chevy trucks, GMC trucks, LS, LT based platforms, I would get all those, and I would build them all. I would do all the cam swaps, all the motor work, everything, and I would send it back for them to get tuned. And so the reason that works really well is because you're getting recommended. So if somebody calls a big shop and they're like, hey, we can't do that, or blah, blah, but we do recommend SG Performance, or call Sam, he'll help you out. And if they bring that car to you and they do a great job, well then they're gonna just start calling you. So that's probably one of the coolest and best things that I've done so far. Again, your marketing needs to be top tier. You can be the greatest mechanic in the world, but if you do no marketing, it won't ever work. So that's kind of like the business side of how I got my company started. It's just me right now. I had just hired somebody, one of my good friends. I hired him. He starts on the 20th, but for right now, it's just me, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's so much fun. That's what the shop looks like, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to show you guys more. So that's how SG Performance started. That's how I was able to grow and run, so far, a successful performance shop business. Thanks for watching.